Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kim, this is Core Union, and I wanted to tell a quick story today about how I manifested buying and selling a home about 20 years ago. I think it's an awesome example of just a real life situation and how the mechanics of manifesting works. Everyone is different and everyone will have their own set of desires, but also have their own set of limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, things that they're conscious of, and also the things that they're not so conscious of in their subconscious. When we learn how to do different techniques, whether it be looping affirmations throughout the day, staying on a mental diet throughout the day, scripting, inner conversations, visualizations, all the above, I do all of them. Really what we're doing is, to me, we're refining ourselves. We're creating ourselves as being the version of us that already has everything that the universe wants to give to us. So basically, I was living in a single family home and I started looking at lofts online, and then I fell in love with the idea of living in a loft for some reason. So I wanted to sell the house that I was in and then, move. All real estate brokers in the area that I asked to come over told me that I couldn't get what I wanted to get for it. So I knew for a fact that I could get exactly the amount of money that I wanted and that I needed in order to be able to purchase the loft. And I wasn't going to subscribe to their limiting thoughts and beliefs. So I decided, okay, I'm going to sell this house myself. One of the real estate brokers that told me I couldn't get what I needed was somewhat of a friend at the time. So I asked her if I could just give her like $1,000 when we do sell the house, and she was totally fine with that. So she would do all the paperwork. So I went ahead and I listed the house online. I uploaded some pictures. I had already started to look at the lofts that I wanted. And when I would look at them, I just felt so excited about living in it. And I would sit on my sofa. And this wasn't something that I wasn't consciously saying, how can I put this? It really wasn't a big deal. It was feeling natural to me that I was going to have the loft. I trusted in my desire. I knew that this was a possibility. I knew it was going to happen, I should say. So at night, when I would be sitting on the sofa watching TV after work, even though I was in the living room of the home that I was living in at the time, when I would look over to the right or look over to the left, I would intentionally imagine that I was looking over and seeing the kitchen that was in the picture of the loft that I liked online. When I would look this way, I would imagine seeing the giant arched windows, the tall ceilings. So I was just kind of putting myself living in the loft, so living in the end already. And it felt really good and it felt really natural. And I didn't have any struggle with it. I had really no resistance at all. The only bit of resistance would have been when these people were telling me I couldn't have it, but all that did was charge me up and say, oh yes, I can. I totally can have this. I know for a fact I can have it because I know that I can sell this house for what it is that I deserve. So I went ahead and I scheduled an open house for the upcoming weekend. I bought up balloons, yard signs, and I started to just focus on, like at the time, the way I was doing it was I was kind of just thanking the universe for sending me the perfect emotional buyers that are willing to give me exactly what I want for the house. That's kind of what my mantra was. And I would just always, if anything came up, I would just say, no, I'm going to get the perfect buyers. It's that simple. And then I would just keep looking at the loft. And that was pretty much kind of what I would do. So we had the open house, and the first two people that came in were lingering a lot, and they were, really hanging out. Now, the market was not that good, by the way. I should say this. The market wasn't good at the time. So yeah, anytime I read something about real estate and the market not being good, then I would just say it doesn't matter because I know that I'm going to get the perfect buyers. So it was that kind of resistance that I had to work through, but it wasn't like a really hard, charged up disbelief that I had. It was just like simply like, no, this is going to work for me. So they left. A few other people were in and out of the house. A week went by. We heard nothing. No offers came in. The next open house, I was thinking about those two people a lot, and I was hoping that they would come back. The open house came and went. They never showed up, but it didn't bother me. I just wasn't bothered by it. And I continued to just like be excited about living in the loft. My friend ended up calling me, I think it was like a day or two after the second open house, and told me that those first two people that came in offered asking price for the house and they were cash buyers. So after all of the real estate brokers that I first met with, these experts told me that I could never get what I thought that I would want. Told me that I could never get what I wanted for the house. Me with no sales experience whatsoever and really no logical reason for being able to sell my house in an area that was not a hot market for real estate for way over what the typical selling house should be in the area. With like zero experience, I managed to sell the house in a matter of a couple weeks. We made the offer on the loft. It was a clean and easy transaction, and within probably a month and a half, 2 months, I was living in the loft, and there were many nights that I was sitting on my sofa, looking over at the kitchen, looking over at the brick walls with the big windows, okay? So that's how you manifest. You literally just follow your bliss. Trust what is in your heart, and don't trust what people outside of you are telling you. I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't care what it is that you want. You are a limitless, infinite creator. The universe literally gives you your desires because they are supposed to be what you experience. That's the universe wanting to expand itself in this human form to have experience. And you are the channel for that, okay? So I hope you realize how special and amazing you actually are. And I hope this video is exactly what one of you guys needed to hear. I love you. Have an amazing day. Keep manifesting, keep persisting, keep trusting in desires. The desire is the only promise that you need. Trust me on this, okay? I love you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.